Greetings, people of the internet. Today we've got another spicy anime news roundup coming your way. So this first story, we actually covered the start of all this on a now deleted video because I was having some audio issues. So I will go back and kind of explain the whole process. So last week, the animation director for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind, he also worked on other seasons of JoJo, but specifically Golden Wind is relevant here, wrote a thread on Twitter claiming that he had not been paid. You know, he kind of made some jokes about it, like, oh, did they think I was volunteering? But then he makes it clear that he did not agree to work for free, obviously, which why would you when you're working on a super profitable anime show. And, you know, he said that he didn't want to hurt the industry or take away people's love for the cast and show, but he said, the same love is true for the young creators who will continue to support this industry. Their memory of my tweets could prevent heartbreak. So, you know, he seems to kind of hope that putting this story out there will stop it from happening again, which I think is super fair. But he has updated now that while things have not fully been resolved with the situation, he has at least been paid. So, you know, that's good. That's great. Kind of wish it was fully resolved, though. Like, this makes no sense to me. I mean, JoJo makes so much money, guys. Like, any store you walk into that has anime merchandise, you're going to see JoJo figurines and manga and DVDs. I'm just so confused. Alright, so his further explanation, his update, if you will, says that he has worked on JoJo since the first series, and he had no problems until we get to Golden Wind. Apparently, Golden Wind had, like, a different setup for the production, and the paperwork had to be filed in a certain way in order for invoices to get paid. The production company forgot to remind him the proper procedure for filing the invoice. So this response is interesting because the question becomes then, is the production company really at fault here? Yes, they should definitely make sure their employees get paid, but it sounds like that he wasn't, you know, following the procedure. And even if the procedure had changed, and yes, they should definitely make sure he knows how to do it. I mean, he didn't file the invoice in time. So I don't know. I have a little bit of mixed feelings now about all this. However, apparently he did get in touch with a producer after this whole tweet situation. But believes he is owed compensation for being paid late, and that he did not receive a contract that explains the procedures. Well, that's... yeah. I don't know, because it's hard to... I'd sort of really like to hear a statement from the production company here, because if they didn't explain to him how to do it, then yeah, they're kind of at fault, but also if he didn't file invoices and that's how you're supposed to get paid, I don't... yeah, this is complicated. I hope we continue to hear more updates. This doesn't really feel resolved because near the end of his thread, he also mentioned that he hasn't been invited to work on Kishibe Rohan. And I don't know if that's because of his tweets or because of something else, but yeah, I still think there needs to be a little bit more information about what happened here. The production company may be trying to ignore it, but, you know, it's been made public at this point, and it's hard to see who exactly is at fault. If you had an opinion, go ahead and leave it in the comments below, because I'm kind of a little torn on this one. Alright. So our next story is about Sony and how they are merging anime streaming businesses. So Sony is consolidating two anime streaming businesses with Sony Music Entertainment Japan's Aniplex and with the US-based Funimation, which is under Sony Pictures Television. So it's interesting because this isn't like a merger of two companies sort of becoming a monopoly, which I'm not a huge fan of because I think competition is important. But this is two legs of the same company that are now being combined, and they're both anime related, so that makes sense, right? So the idea here, it looks like, is Funimation will acquire and distribute Japanese anime across Funimation in the US. And then there's also some items about French in Australia and how they'll be able to work together and I guess get anime faster over there, which is nice for them. Let's see. It became clear when we looked at the global view of anime at Sony, these things should be together, said Decker, who apparently joined Funimation after leaving Crunchyroll, so that's pretty spicy. Aniplex is one of the most respected names in anime, and strategically this positions us to deliver more to fans and creators. And the first project is going to be the distribution of Fate Grand Order mobile role-playing game, which is not a show, but is apparently what their first project is going to be. Oh, okay. They're also going to have a simulcast of Fate Grand Order Absolute Demonic Front, which is based on part of that mobile game. So that makes a little more sense. So this is interesting. So the Aniplex comment talks about, we are thrilled that numerous Japanese anime titles will be distributed globally. So I think the benefit that we're hopefully going to see if this goes well is, I guess, some titles that may have not made it over here, but now will since Aniplex and Funimation are in direct partnership. And also some support for the French and Australian anime divisions, who I don't know as much about what the industry is like over there or how often they get shows or anything like that. But it seems like this could be good news right now. It's really hard to know what it all means, but Aniplex is a respected name. They're definitely right about that. And if Funimation's gonna get higher access to things, maybe to more shows or to shows faster, that definitely helps them compete with Crunchyroll. So I can see where they're coming from here, and we'll just have to keep following this story. Speaking of a story that we've been ongoing following, there is an update in our fun Piracy Times Mangamura storyline. So, Romy Hoshino was recently deported from the Philippines, which we knew was going to happen eventually, but I don't know if we knew exactly when. And while he was deported, he also got arrested. So it says here that the Mangamura industry caused over $2.8 billion in damage, so that's quite a lot over there. So, let's see. Apparently, he declined involvement in Mangamura last year in the spring. I'm trying to see if he commented now, but it doesn't sound like he did. It's interesting, though, because when he was deported, he apparently said that he had business in Japan. Or no, he said he left Japan originally because he was offered a business opportunity and that he was not trying to flee from the cops. So whether that's true or not, I don't know, because they deported him anyway. And also, he hasn't just been to the Philippines since he entered police questioning. He's also been to Hong Kong and Thailand. So now they've got him. It's going to be curious to see what the results are in terms of sentencing and what this will mean for the copy sites of Mangamura and piracy in general. Whether you like it or don't, I think it's important to cover what's happening with it, because this will affect the way that people engage with manga. And also be a sort of cautionary tale to those that may want to enter this industry themselves. Well, that's today's spicy anime news roundup. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you didn't hate this video. And hit subscribe if you want to see more. Peace out.